when it comes to gender and sex is that there's a popular conversation out there, a popular view that, let's say, patriarchy and sexism are only dangerous and hazardous to women, when in actuality, it's like, no, like there are some very, I'll say, flagrant and obvious ways in which men benefit from patriarchy, but there's also some very serious damage that comes as a result towards men as a result of a system that, or a structure that we say benefits and favors men. Like, maybe it does, but it also comes at some great cost and some great loss. And I think, to sound very conspiracy theorist, there's some theys out there. There's some mysterious shadow figures that are enjoying and profiting from polarizing the conversation to make it seem like it's an us versus them, or right versus wrong, or one party versus another, when in actuality, like, actually both parties, men and women, are both losing as a result of the sort of hegemonic structure that we have. But there's a lack of, I'll say, compassion and hearing that is being encouraged between all parties to really see that, we're actually both taking L's right now. And there's a way for us to move forward together, like in tandem, that doesn't have losers. But there's I don't know, I'll say, because of all the words, colonialism, capitalism, racism, sexism, there's this mindset of like, there's a zero-sum game here, and there are going to be losers, and there's scarcity, and there's no way for us to all win or to all be okay in the end of it. So I'm going to reinforce the systems and structures that benefit me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to ask you though, and I don't even think it has to be any kind of shadow organization conspiracy type thing. Like, I just need to look as far as my first marketing class.
Yeah.
My first marketing class, I learned that it is completely okay and legal to change terminologies when you're trying to sell something. They made it okay for you to use terms like natural and it not actually include things from nature, in a sense. Like, it would have to be, and I guess you're playing with words, because you know what people mean when they say natural and things like that. You know that the understanding, again, the definitions were definitely not clear about the relationship between regular people and corporations that try to sell people stuff. We're definitely not clear between the relationship of regular people and the government. We're definitely not clear between the relationship of regular people and the medical society and all those, and the lawyers and the people that make laws. And like, we're playing fast and loose with a bunch of definitions that get chewed up and spit out back in news to us. And when we actually have conversations about it, we realize that we're not talking about the same thing. We're not even in the same ballpark with stuff, because we're playing with so many different terminologies and words that don't really mean anything to anybody. I feel like a major part of the things that we're going through is less about us being polar, or like being of such different thoughts and such opposing views and such opposing things, and more about that it's easier to manage. And I guess I'm going to follow you on the conspiracy thing. It's easier to manage polarized ideas than it is to deal with people thinking differently about solving a problem that you might not necessarily want solved without your input.